So I am live. I am live. I am live. So, babe, can I get a mic check? See if you can hear me okay? Appreciate you because if not, you can hear me and I look good. Thanks, babe. So you're not just hearing me down the hall, you can actually hear me on your iPad. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. So check this out. So welcome. My name is Forrest. Got a little crazy setup going here. So up here, like up here, I have my iPad, which is looking down onto my desktop. And of course, up here is my camera that I have looking at me. And I wanted to do this. This is one of the things that I teach is going through over with my coaching clients is how to build what I call, for lack of a better word, I just came up with today, vibrational money immersion income goal setting board. Yeah, basically how to build an income goal vision board. Coach Jennifer talked about today on the rank makers, Ray Daly and rank makers. She talked about basically doing vision boarding and things like that that I thought was very, very cool, and how she comes up with her vision board. So one of the things I talk about is goal setting. Is we need to understand, and I'm looking down here. I need to be looking up here. Understand how to set a goal, right? And not just throw out a random number, but actually have a way to set the goal. One of my favorite courses that I took by Ray Higdon is called Vibrational Money Immersion. He's actually got a book over on Amazon. You can go buy it. It's like $10 or something on Kindle. Very, very cool. It's basically Vibrational Money Immersion, Think and Grow Rich for Network Markets, the name of the book. It should be in the title above here. Go look it up, order it. Very, very neat. If you are in, I think rank makers, possibly, definitely 100K inner circle coaching clients, and you don't have access to Vibrational Money Immersion, reach out to your coach, get them to hook you up with that. Definitely recommend going through the course. You got to get the book too. You got to do them together as a tandem. So I'm going to show you this and setting a goal. And one of the things that we do is when we onboard a new person, we ask them, so how much money do you want to make? And invariably, they always say $100,000. For some reason, they want to earn six figures, right? I'm not sure where that comes from, and not to demeaning that. Right on, Tammy. So hey, Tamara. There's Tammy and Tamara both on board tonight. So appreciate it. And go out and tag some of your team members, because this is a really cool exercise. It works really well. I'm going to talk about two sides of this vision board here. One is the income goal setting, and the other kind is the rewards as you hit milestones. And that's what's really, really impactful. It's very funerific. We'll talk about the importance of that as well. So if you don't know me, my name is Forrest Knight. I'm a social media marketing strategist and coach with the Higdon Coaching Group. Absolutely love that. I'm what did I just say? Social media marketing strategist and coach with the Higdon Group. On a mission to have no more empty refrigerators, make an extreme impact, and be a legacy creator. I love helping people succeed online, make money, make an impact, and create equity. So here we go. So one of the things that you ask, and one of your new people coming on board is, what is your plan? How much money would you like to make? And they're going to come up with blah, 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 blah. So the first step in figuring out how much money you need to make, and there can be two goals, right? There can be your immediate income goal. They might need an extra $300 or $400 for whatever. I'm talking about when they're actually in their business and working. So the first homework that you're going to give them is figuring out how much money, and this is part of transitioning from their full-time gig, replacing their part-time side hustle with their for their full-time gig, right? So when you go through this process, it's very, very important to understand you need to know what your monthly bills are. You need to know what I should say bills and expenses, however you want to put that. You need to know how much money you're spending on stuff, right? So you need to map that out. You need to have an exact dollar amount. That includes your house, your water, your sewer, your garbage, your gas, your groceries, your internet, your telephone, anything that you write money for. And if you don't know that answer, you need to figure it out right now. I don't care if you're building a business or not. If you don't know what your monthly expenses are, you are in the hurt locker when it comes down to having a vibrational money immersion. Probably always trying to figure out why you're broke, and you're spending $5 a day at Starbucks, right? So nothing wrong with Starbucks. Just you need to know where all your money's at. So your first goal with your new person is going to be to set them up with how much money are you spending every month? What is your window meal? How much money do you need to earn just to pay all of your bills, including your groceries, any medication that you need, your insurance, your health insurance, your life insurance, your car insurance, everything that you possibly need. You need to make sure that you have that all lined out. So you're going to write that down. You're going to figure out whatever that number is. It might be $3,272.50. Whatever that number is, it's a real number of money that you have to make, including your gas, babysitting, anything you can think of, right, needs to go on this list, and you need to add that up. So that's going to be your first goal, right? So that's going to be like, oh, people say, well, I need to make $3,000 a month to quit my job because they think that that's how much money they make on their job. That's what they need to do. So, hey, Sharice, yeah, it's absolutely awesome on audio. Yeah, I've got the Vibrational Money Immersion audio. Then I go through it with the book. Matter of fact, Coach Elsa and I did a training inside, I think it was inside Inner Circle on that, which was absolutely cool. So as you go through and you do this, right? So the first step is they need to know how much money they need to make just to pay all their bills, right? That's the first step, because if you don't know that as a network marketer, you're going to be struggling forever. And this, again, is for people that want to go full-time network marketers, big income, goal taking. If you're just in network, and I should say just, if you're in network marketing, making an extra $300 or $500 a month, absolutely perfect. Just keep doing it. This is for taking the next step, right? It's your freedom goal. It's the goal that you want to be freedom. To be free. The next step in this is to make sure that you have at least, now watch this, this is gonna ouch, it's gonna hurt a little bit. You're gonna need to make sure that you have at least 8 months of income set aside to offset whatever that freedom money is, that window money. So you need to have 8 months. So if it's $3,000, I recommend having 8 times 3 is 24, so about $24,000 in the bank as a backup plan, just in case, right? So that you can pay those monthly expenses for at least 8 months in case something comes up. I don't know, like COVID, who knows, whatever. And then your business tanks and it goes away or something. So just make sure you have that emergency fund as a backup plan. The second part of the goal is simply take that number and double it, right? So the reason you're doubling that number is this is the freedom money. This is the money that you're going to have to free. And I also recommend that if you're going to do this, that you do it for at least 8 months. And so you're going to have your window mail, you're going to have your monthly expenses, you're going to double that money. And so you're going to set aside 8 months worth of expenses. And then of course you want to earn this income for 8 months. So let's say, since I threw out $3,400, let's say that the goal is $6,800. So we're going to write this $6,800 on the top of our page. And I'm using Big Chief Crayola crayon numbers. And I don't know how well you can see this. There's a little bit of glare, but I just wrote $6,800 on the top of this page. And I'm going to put a square around it and do some fun stuff with it, and maybe put some stars on it and some glitter and whatever. This is my freedom deal, right? And I'm going to put 8 months right here next to it, right? So I need to earn that money for consistent. It can go up. You don't have to stay at 6,800. If it's 6,800 month one, and 7,200 the next month, and 8,400 next month, and 9,200 the next month, as long as it's going up continuously for 8 months in a row, then you're well on your way to being free. So whatever that number is, it's going to be whatever it is. The next box down, now this is where it might take a little bit of homework for you to get here. And I don't know why I'm just writing on one half of the page, because I'm going to flip it over and do the other half anyway. So the next quarter of the page here, right? The next part of this page is going to be your volume, right? How much volume do you need to run through your business to generate $6,800 a month? And that volume is going to be how it comes from your team and your customers. So it's team and customers total volume, right, to generate $1,600. Now, I wouldn't include like override bonuses or one-time rank advancement bonuses. This is just strict like residual income volume from your team and customers. Now, here's where this gets a lot of fun, right? The next box down, the next quarter down, this is where you really need to start thinking about. This is the number of reps and customers that you need to have in your business to generate that revenue. Now, here's the second part of this third box homework is you need to get with your company and find out what the average rep an average customer does. And this box here, you're going to fill it up with a bunch of circles, right? Of course, you probably won't write what I wrote in there, but you're going to fill it up with the number of reps. And these circles are going to represent the average of each customer and rep. So say the average rep does $300 a month in volume and the average customer does $78, right? You'd add those two together. We'll just round it up, say 300 and 100. It's 400 divided by 2. So it's an average of 200. So each one of these circles would represent 200 in volume. And as you work through, and you'll notice whatever these numbers are, number of reps and customers that you're going to need to generate the volume in this box here, right? This is your volume box. So this volume is going to represent this income. So we're working our way back down to this. So we know we want to earn $6,800 a month continuously for at least 8 months in a row, right? Before we set our actual freedom date, right? The next thing down is going to be our volume box. How much volume do we need to generate to get to that $6,800? And if it's climbing, that's great. And then of course, the total number of reps and customers that you're going to need to generate that volume is your next step from that. Now here's where this gets really funerific, right? Here's where the rubber meets the road, right? This next box down, this is the tail box. Let me turn my thing a little bit so you can see it a little bit better here. Hopefully I don't create a mess, create a crash and burn. I don't know if you can see that better or not. So your next step down, or your next part of this, right, is in this box here. You're going to, let's see how to put this, is the number of presentations that you're going to need to get one customer or rep. And when I say presentations, you might do one presentation and in front of 20 people, that would count as 20 presentations. So to word it a better way is, how many people need to see a presentation to get one customer or one rep, right? How many people need to see a presentation to get one customer or one rep? And a lot of people just went, whew, this takes work. That's why network marketing is not easy. It's a real business that takes real work, real commitment, real grind, real hustle, real planning, real understanding, real business. Remember, we're business owners, we're entrepreneurs that use network marketing to generate an income, to make an impact on people that we can help, right? So that's our goal. So how many people need to see a presentation to get one customer and or one rep, right? So here's where the foundation to all of this, should I say it one more time? Should I say it one more time? The foundation to all of this is, how many people do I have to reach out to daily? How many people do I have to reach out? Now, this is all for the serious business builders, right? If you're not into looking to actually create an impact and make a big income, is how many people do I have to reach out daily? Warm market or cold market, it really doesn't matter, because you're going to ask them the same question. Basically, building a business, you want to take a look at what I'm doing to earn money online to see if it might be a fit for you too. Something, that's a real summarized version of a prospecting script, right? Reaching out to people and asking them, not sending your link to them, not spending me your link, asking them a question. Hey, have you ever considered starting a home-based business, working online? Do you need to make some extra money? Whatever it is that you feel like you need to say to generate that. If you're cold prospecting, of course, it's, hey, I know we really don't know each other. I'm expanding my business in your area. Curious if you might be able to take a look at what I'm doing to make extra money. Hey, I work with small business owners to help them generate additional revenue online. Would you be open to taking a look at what it is I do to help small businesses generate an income? Hey, friend, I know we haven't talked in a while. I'm not sure if you know what I do, but I help people make money working online from home. Since you're a friend, I hadn't talked to you in a while. I was curious if you might be open to, have you ever considered a way to make money online? Whatever your opening is, right? Your goal is to ask people if they're open to looking at your stuff, right? And when they say yes, then you send them that presentation, right? How many people need to look at the presentation to get a customer? So you send them the presentation, and of course, there's typically 4 steps in the presentation. After you do the presentation, you ask them what they like most about what they saw, what kind of additional questions do they have, and here's the kicker on that, which I found that seems to be a lot better transition, is when you say, what additional questions do you have? What I would recommend, if you do have any questions, is joining me tonight at 7 p.m. We actually have a corporate overview that's going to answer all the questions in deep detail. Would you be open to attending that? Would you be open to attending that business presentation? So you know they're going to have questions after watching a 2-minute video or 5-minute video or 19-minute video. They're going to have questions. I know our business opportunity, we have an 18-minute sort of informational video, and right at the end, he's actually, in the beginning, the presenter says, I know you're going to have questions after watching this. Make sure you get back to the person who invited you to get your questions answered, right? So they're going to have questions. There's no way that no one's ever seen your business presentation before that's going to watch a 6-minute presentation and join your business. If they do, I would run, because there's something wrong with them. Either that or they've seen your business before. So the next part of this, how many daily presentations do you do? You're going to walk them through the presentation. You're going to ask them, you're going to reach out and 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 reach out until you get a presentation. And you're going to keep doing presentations until you get reps and customers. And these reps and customers, and then you're going to get in the habit of being able to do this, right? And that's going to generate your volume. And as you look back, now here's what's really cool about this. After you've gone through this process, it doesn't matter what your time limit is. If you start doing this every 90 days, you can take a look back and see what your numbers were, right? Because you're tracking them on a spreadsheet somewhere. So when you reach out to somebody and they say yes, you put that yes on a spreadsheet. You send them you put a note in there that says, hey, I sent them this presentation. Then you schedule a follow-up with them, right? To ask them what they like most. If you're doing all of this, right? If you're doing all this and you're not doing follow-up, just put a big X through the rest of this stuff, because it's completely irrelevant. People need you to follow up. You have to be professional and follow up. You need to be in people's faces. You need to let them know that this isn't some type of just fly by night. I'm just going to see if put my toe in the water and see if this works. This is a head down, fire hustle commitment to making your business work. And I don't care what you sell, right? If you're in sales and you're not following up with people that you've done a presentation to, you're leaving money on the table. People need you. They're not going to follow up with you. They're not going to reach out back to you, because I guarantee you send that prospecting message to them and you say blah, blah, blah. And they say, sure and fine. I've got a couple of guys on LinkedIn that, hey, I'm in their face. What'd you like most about what you saw? What I recommend is you do this next step. And I got a guy that said yes, sent him a Zoom presentation. He didn't show up for the Zoom. Now I'm following up with him. Right now he's going to go up to my follow-up window. And depending on what he does, now LinkedIn typically moves a little bit slower than the rest of the planet in terms of people being on LinkedIn. They're not there every day like they're on Facebook or Instagrams or TikToks or whatever. But whatever it is, this is your map for getting anyone started in your business. And the first question that you're going to ask them out the gate is, how much money do you want to make? And whatever number they say, your next question is, how are you going to do that? They're going to answer you no. And your answer is going to be, great. Let me show you how to put that to work. Because if you're not setting a realistic expectation with them, if they've got this pie in the sky thing that they think they can talk to 3 people and that they're going to build an empire, you're misrepresenting network marketing. You're misrepresenting what it takes to build a business. You're misrepresenting the reality that more people are going to tell them no than tell them yes, right? So it's very, very important that you have this foundation. When they say they want to make 6 figures, you say, okay, how much volume is it going to take to get you that 6 figures? Their answer is going to be no. Because you've done this, you know the answer, right? How many reps how many reps and customers is it going to take to get that volume? You're going to know, because you've already done this for them. How many people that are going to have to do presentations for? Now, that's a little bit of a tricky part, because the more presentations you put in front of people, the more betterific you get skill-wise, the quicker you're going to overcome objections for whatever it is. And that's just practice, right? The more you do something, the better you get. I have a saying that action fixes everything. If you don't know what to say, go out and prospect a bunch of people, and I bet your brain's going to kick in and say something to them. You're not going to look at them like, your answer should always be, what we need to do next is, what we need to do next is, if they say, is this a pyramid? Your answer is, you know what? I really don't know. All I know is blah, and tell a story. All I know is that my friend Tammy, she's been working with my team for 6 months. She's absolutely crushing it. What we need to do next is get you in front of somebody that's a lot smarter than me, that knows all about pyramids, right? It's going to be able to answer that question 10 times better than me. Are you available tonight at 7 o'clock to plug into a live presentation? It's going to be about 45 minutes long. Would you like to attend to get that question answered about it being a pyramid? And then shut the heck up. If they say no, say great, perfect, thanks for your time, appreciate it, got to move on, a ton of other follow-up stuff to do. If you change your mind, you want some additional information, let me know, and I'll make sure and get you plugged in so we can move you forward through the process, right? I don't care what they say. I really do not care what they say. What we need to do next is we need to get you plugged into this next piece of information. What we need to, and I'm not answering the questions, even if I'm the person doing the presentation at 7 o'clock, that's what Ray does. Even if I'm the person doing the presentation at 7 o'clock, I am going to say, what we need to do next is get you in front of the expert that's going to answer all those questions for you, right? Are you available tonight? And I'm just saying 7 o'clock, this is what time ours is. Whatever time your next presentation is, get them in front of more information, get them in front of a team, get them in front of more people than just you, so you can add credibility. It's not a just you thing, it's a we thing, it's a business thing, it's a multi-million-dollar business that we got into for a very, very low cost of entry, that we're out here building empires and impacting lives with, right? So if you got some value, share your number one takeaway. I got some value out of this. I love hearing myself talk. Just kidding. I really enjoyed doing this. I wanted to share this because I've done it like 352 times with my coaching clients, and I figure, why the heck not just record it, right? So now I can just share this recording with them, and I don't have to talk so much, and we can do some other stuff. So absolutely, absolutely appreciate you. Love you. Got some value. Go tag some of your friends. Tell them come by. Some of your business partners, have them come by and swing by, because I think this is just has tons of value in it. If you have not done so yet, go on to freaking Amazon. Order Vibrational Money Immersion book, Think and Grow Rich. Get it on Kindle if you want to get the audio version. Ray knocks it out the park in terms of being able to adjust your mindset and how you think about money. And don't forget, tomorrow is Wealth Wednesday. If you're not sure what that is, reach out to a rank maker. They'll tell you. I love you. Jesus loves you. There's absolutely nothing to do about it. I'm on a mission to have no more empty refrigerators, make an extreme impact, and be an equity creator. I hope you are too. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.